know how you must have felt. Alone all these years, thinking you'd never see another green Martian.
Martians, laser tag, and Vision Quest T. Just your typical week in the Arrowverse.
Full speed ahead!
Welcome to Watch the Arrowverse, the weekly show where we take a look at some of the Easter eggs, important moments, and theories from all of CW's DC TV superhero shows. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. On this episode, we'll be looking at Week 3 of Supergirl, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, and Arrow. As we'll be discussing the heroic details from all of these shows, we're putting up the spoiler signal.
For your comfort, if not for my own.
Number 5. 2 Martian Manhunters, Supergirl.
You give yourself away, White. My son would never have fled.
Turns out that J'onn J'onzz has the power to be in 2 places at once. Well, sort of. In this week's episode, the not-quite-last son of Mars reunited with his father, Maran, portrayed by actor Carl Lumbly. But this was far from the first time the actor played a Green Martian.
I am J'onn J'onzz.
Don't take it personally, Sean. He doesn't trust anyone.
Lumbly was the voice of Martian Manhunter in 2 animated Justice League series, Justice League Doom, and most recently, Injustice: Gods Among Us.
Will you not listen to reason?
Maran returned to Earth with J'onn at the end, so we'll get to see more of Lumbly soon while hearing that historic voice.
Welcome to Earth, Mr. Jones.
Number 4. Sully shoutout, The Flash.
Val said you were bad luck, sir, but I figure what are the odds a pilot has a goose fly into his engine twice?
The metahuman Hazard put the residents of Central City into some unlucky situations. As Hazard waits for the slowest slot machine in history, we see a plane's engine failing after a goose flies into it.
5.
This mirrored a real-life 2009 incident. Pilot Chelsea Sullenberger, or Sully, led an emergency water landing when geese took out both of his engines. Luckily for the passengers, Sully worked with his co-pilot to get all the passengers to safety without casualties. He's living proof that you don't need metahuman powers to be a hero.
Did you give yourself even a few seconds, though, to acknowledge that you had averted disaster?
No, because I hadn't quite yet. And I had business to attend to. I had a job to do.
Number 3. The Casa Connection, Legends of Tomorrow.
I actually fought someone with water powers like this a few years ago. It's not very pleasant.
As the Legends expanded their team, they picked up an old enemy. The water assassin that pursued Zari was the fierce Casa. She appeared in CW's Vixen series, trying to acquire Mari McCabe's Anansi totem. Casa eventually got her hands on the water totem, but died in battle fighting the fiery villain Eshu. Her appearance is significant not only because she rose from the dead, but because she's Mari McCabe's sister, meaning Amaya is her grandmother.
I would kill you. But I'd just be killing myself.
Will Amaya fight Casa if she discovers the truth? We could wait for the answers, or try to drink some of Nate's Vision Quest tea to look ahead.
Would you please help me talk some sense into her?
I like broccoli.
Number 2. An Evil West? The Flash.
Joe? I'm pregnant. Joe? Joe?
In a surprising ending, Joe West discovers that his girlfriend Cecile is pregnant. The child's identity is unknown, but there's one West that would be nothing but trouble for Team Flash. In the comics, Daniel West is the younger brother of Iris, who suffered through his father's abuse for years after his mother died giving birth to him. Daniel eventually fought back, sending his father falling downstairs and permanently disabling him. After an accident gave him the ability to manipulate time, Daniel called himself the Reverse Flash and aimed to gain enough power to kill his father in the past. But since Joe is a great dad, it's unlikely we'd see that storyline play out.
I've spent so much time without you in my life. I don't want to lose you.
You'll never lose me, Dad.
Either way, Barry was right about needing diapers. Here are some of the best lines from this week's episodes.
Hi. I'm sorry to bother you during, whatever it is you're doing, but I think I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque and... Can any of you give me directions back to Earth?
They got me. You have failed this city. For real, Chad? In the back?
Suck it, old man.
Whatever leniency Hunter gave you is over.
What a bitch.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Gideon.
You have horrible taste in music.
Number 1. Snowbird storyline. Arrow.
Go Green Arrow. Or should I call you the Green Arrow? Feels kind of weird.
It's weird. But at some point, we all have to get used to it.
John Diggle went from shaky to spectacular in a week with daring rooftop jumps and a fantastic limo fight as proof. However, the show's final moment revealed drugs were the source of his improvement. This twist parallels the landmark Snowbirds Don't Fly storyline. In the story, thieves shoot at Oliver Queen with a crossbow that uses his alter ego's arrows. When Oliver suits up and follows the criminals to a drug den, he's stunned to find his sidekick Roy Harper, aka Speedy, using drugs. Just like Harper, Diggle is hiding his substance abuse, and on top of that, there's now the foreboding presence of a crossbow.
We call it the Green Monster. Or something cooler than that, like pretty much whatever you want to call it.
Will drugs be the downfall of the new Green Arrow?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.